Clash of Clans podcast, OG, episode 94. And welcome back to the podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Scotty827, back after a couple of long weeks and hanging out here with the Legend 1 player, Tyler. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Are you enjoying your lofty perch?
Oh man, it's a struggle up here. I don't know
Is
that
it?
it hasn't been easy, that's for sure. In fact, the past couple days I've just like I've been searching just for an attack and it's been hard
Aimless.
and I feel like the past few weeks I'm like top 10k like is easy to stay at least. But then I feel like this last week I just kind of got my 8 attacks in and didn't really care how I did on them. Like I didn't really try that hard. Because
Does that
I
keep
got
you
stuck
in?
in the air spam, and as long as like I'm not one starring and I'm getting all 8 attacks in, then you can stay in the top 10k pretty easy, and that keeps you in Legends 1.
Oh, 8 attacks. I remember that.
But yeah, it's like I just got stuck in this rut where I don't like air, but that's the only thing that seems to be working, and I just don't want to do it, and I'm not good at it. I haven't done it forever, so
Do you get it
I
where you're just kind of shoving it the same thing at the base, like this here, this here, this here, and
yeah,
then yeah, like in that
and I just
just
feel like it
row
doesn't work.
routine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and I just like here, click, 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 spam, and we're done.
yeah.
And I just feel like I don't know, like I'm not
I'm not-
understanding the attack or get. And I tried to watch lots of videos on it. I'm trying to like break it down, but I just don't care enough because I'm like I don't like this.
Yeah.
So today and yesterday, I think
I
I
don't even
finally
want to
found
like. I don't
something.
want to love it.
No,
Don't draw me in.
yeah. So today I
Well, we
finally found something that I'm like, maybe I can work with this, and I'm
are you?
happy that I'm not with air. Yeah.
What did you find?
So applesauce off of YouTube, and I think other guys have been doing it too. Like Itzy did a video on
And
it one day.
delicious dessert.
It's the new Electro Fang on the Minion
Yeah.
Prince with the Fox, or not the Minion Prince, sorry, the Dragon Duke. And it's an Electro Fang walk with the Fox into Super Bowlers,
Ooh.
and I'm doing pretty good today on my one account.
I saw you
So
had that up. I thought maybe you were switching out of it, or maybe that was somebody else.
no, I finally changed my like request to I'm going bowling.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
So,
today on my main account, I'm 5 out of 6 hits, triples.
oh, very
And
wow.
like they've been and in Legends 1 and it's been like doing really well. I haven't had a day like this for a long time. So
Yeah, let's
it's been
circle
good.
back to this because I was using the super bowlers, but there was, now that you're saying this with the fangs, I think it would actually fix the bases that it was going wrong on.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't at the time that I was using this was like maybe a week ago, or or even 3 days ago, maybe. I was using super bowlers to do a few attacks, and then was trying them in friendlies, and then I ended up switching out. But I don't know. I get kind of into a rut.
Were you just
And
like struggling with a funnel, you feel like, or
yeah, like on, let's say, so like, let's say 2/3 of bases, I do pretty well. And then there would be a base design that I just couldn't get the funnel, or like the funnel would be weird. But like with my army, what I was finding was that like it's more like it ends up that the troops can be pretty disposable. Like they just really need to
yeah.
get this one piece out. So like the Super Bowlers, like they would fizzle out and maybe not be at the end, but I didn't need them to be there. But I needed at least for them to stay together. And so I might try that because I just picked up the Fang this week. But
Yeah.
we should talk about that because it has been, I think, a month since we recorded. The last episode was with me and Warpig getting everything completely wrong. Unbelievable. And I edited it after it came out. And there was one part in there that I thought, oh my God, you should just take it out. It is so dumb. Like the guesses, like what were you even thinking? But I had to leave it in there because I was like, I just started laughing at how wrong I was. Oh, we're getting air sweepers, we're getting this and that and all of that. So uh a lot of things happened in the update. We got, for example, the air wagon, the fangs. This has been a couple of weeks. So what to you post update? How are you feeling? Or
Um,
what would you like to, I mean, is there, do you want to start there?
so I'm not feeling air. I don't love it. I hate that it became Clash of Drags. And like
Yeah,
I know that it was just like throwers before, like everybody was using throwers, but there was also like air and uh there was other things. Like I feel like if
yeah,
you looked in the top 1,000 or whatever, there was different hit rates and different armies, like percentage wise. And then I just saw a stat of like the last CWL of like how high the hit rates were and how many people just used dragons. Like it was either just dragons or dragons and dragon riders or just dragon riders. And that was pretty much like 90% of what everyone was running because it just became too much. And like I think we were talking about on Discord one day, and somebody mentioned they think it's. I said it was the dragons, and then they brought up they thought it was the Skywagon, which makes total sense. It's broken.
yeah.
Like it's too.
Oh, no, 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 no,
It's
no, no.
popping out too many power troops.
No, no, no. It's just fine. It's just fine.
They've got to nerf it pretty soon. It's so bad.
Yeah, I was listening to the Reddit Talks Clash podcast, and they were talking about the amount of. I hadn't really thought about it this way. Um, just the amount of extra troops overall that end up on the board, and then
Mhm.
and compared it to like the log or or troop launcher and whatnot, and so just is by far the most. I, I just thought I thought like right at first maybe it would be a little uh weakened by the air aspect. You know what I
It just
mean?
seems
Like to
just
be
like
way more vulnerable than it
yeah,
is, but it's working just
but it works. It works for both. Like is the bad part. Like if you throw down, like I'm using it with bowlers right now, and it works because it's protecting all my healers, and it's just spamming all these troops. Like I don't even know how many troops it is because I haven't paid attention to it, but it just seems like
I
there's
think they
so
said it was like
many,
110 troop
like 110
space.
space. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
like so much is popping out. You got balloons, you got baby dragons, you got minions, you
it's a
got
party,
like,
baby. It's a
and
party
it's just
barch.
like when you had the just air army, it's just so many wings flying around the base. It's like How to Train Your Dragon, and there's just like how many. There's all these things flying around the base, and it's like I don't even know what is where.
It is pretty fun to watch. It took a little bit for me to start to get used to. I just threw it in right away. I was like, okay, I think this will work. But
Oh yeah.
I'm starting to see how versatile it is. And I just have been like super busy. So like I haven't had a lot of time to catch up on a lot of um YouTube content and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So just been figuring out myself. And now it'll be nice to like have some time to like look at it and start to
Get it figured out.
Yeah, like, oh, these are the troops that are coming out, or I just realized today, and I'm guessing this is true, that to get to have the max balloons in there, you would want your balloons
To
leveled
be
up, right?
max. Yeah, I believe so. Because whatever comes out of there is what's in your um
Yeah.
well,
I
but
think it
then
is.
is it I know that it is for like the siege barracks, but
Yeah.
for your P.E.K.K.A.s and wizards, that was always the case.
Yeah.
I thought I remember something about the troop launcher, like not having
Yeah.
max troops though.
I think it might be limited.
Limited.
I don't, yeah. I guess, well, maybe something changed with that.
Yeah. I haven't
Uh,
looked into it. And like I can't even see all the stats on it because I haven't even upgraded the building to get it yet. Like I've just been
oh,
focusing on all my defenses and I'm like, well, I can just because I can do with the gold pass, you can just donate to yourself for 1 gem
oh,
and
okay.
you get it max. So I'm like, well, I've already got it, and then I don't need to worry about it. So it's
Yeah.
like very bottom of my priority right now because you can just get it donated either by yourself or now a couple of guys I know Warpig mentioned yesterday in the chat that he is happy because he has it available to
Max.
donate to max
Yeah.
donate now,
It
which is
was kind of
awesome.
nice. Like, cause I don't know I think I wasn't in the best mood. And I said, screw it. I'm just using a book. Or something I had. I'm like, you know what? I know the math doesn't make sense, but I'm just restricting it. Then I can donate it and whatnot. And I was like, it, I'll get, yeah, I'll have extra books later, so I'll do
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I'm
See, and
digging it. It's powerful.
I think I'm trying to remember, like back in the day when a new siege like that came out, you couldn't do you couldn't donate a max siege I don't know, remember how it worked. Like it felt like you really had to spend oh, you couldn't donate to yourself. So somebody in the clan had to
Oh,
get it up,
yeah.
right? So somebody in the clan, like I was trying to figure out, like Supercell kind of did themselves wrong here because they're losing out on money because they used to have a new siege or a new troop come out, right? You'd want
Yeah.
it in your clan castle because it's so overpowered, but you couldn't donate it to yourself. So somebody in the clan that would bust out the wallet and do it, or waste their books and CWL medals to do it. And now that you can just donate to yourself, 1 gem in the gold pass or with clan capital medals, like I feel like they're losing out on some revenue there for
Yeah. I'm, the gem, uh, the gem option, it seems like pretty cheap to fill comparatively. I don't know.
yeah,
I've
I
been
mean
missing out on my raid
one
medals.
gem is nothing.
Yeah, it's like, whoa,
As
I'm
long as
finding
you got
that
the
this.
gold pass. If you don't have the gold pass, like I didn't use the gold pass on Minion Mike this month, and I was just like, I'm gonna just use my raid medals because on that account I have a ton of raid medals. So
Oh,
like just depends on which account. Because I think it's like 15 raid medals to do it, to donate it without the gold
yeah.
pass to yourself. But now, and that was just for like the first couple weeks. Now that I'm in some people have started to level it up. As long as you're online when they're online, you can get it donated to you.
Yeah, no, they're getting filled fast. Um, Other things from the update. How are you feeling?
I like the like defenses and the look of things like defensively wise, and I think that's pretty cool. Um,
Kinda powered through pretty quick with books and, the
yeah,
gold pass
I've
and I
got.
think I had 2 stocked up or something too.
Oh, really? And I didn't waste a ton of books on them. I did get like I think my scatters and my expos done pretty quick, but then like supercharges, I'm like I'm not gonna spend a book on a supercharge,
Yeah.
um, because it's gonna go away eventually. but I did try to get. I think I'm on my Teslas right now. Like I just did level 1 to where it's like increasing your damage
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
everything, and then I'll go back to level 2 where it's starting to increase your HP.
I only used builders on, I think like uh the equipment forge. I don't know. I don't want the equipment hut. What's that called?
Oh, trader. What is that thing called?
I never, you know what I'm saying? Where so I could get
Yeah,
the fangs.
where I could get the. I don't even on my one account. I haven't got it, and I wasn't going to use this anything, and I ended up booking it yesterday because I was tired of. I'm like, I
You
can't wait.
Somebody
It's the
shared a
blacksmith.
video, and I was like, or maybe it was I saw Smitty's video, or maybe it's two things coming together, and I was like, oh yes, and I go, I got to use that with a owl because I'm already rocking
Oh,
the owl, so I was like.
yeah, that might be
So
worth it.
I was kind of used to that strategy of like, okay, I can send him right at the um monolith if it's wide open and he's gonna go there
Mhm.
first and things like that. So it's kind of worked in. But I was excited to see the strategy coming out of it after it came out and everybody was like, it's garbage, don't do it, it's
Yeah,
worthless.
yeah. I didn't even touch it because everybody was saying it wasn't any good. But
I
now
mean,
it seems like it's a potential opener because everybody's getting building bases around the blower backpack,
oh
to
yeah.
where that's not really an option, or you can't get as good a value on a lot of bases. But now it's like everybody's getting great value out of this electro thing, so they'll start spreading their bases out a little more
What right
to
after the
defend
update,
that.
I was sitting there going, why would Supercell, 'cause it was like, something would pop up on TikTok, just
Mhm.
a clip, "The worst equipment in Clash," or something like that, and don't do it like, more than anything I'd ever heard, like, for sure, and just creators just going, "Don't do it, nah,"
Yeah,
and so I'm like, "Why
don't
would
even
they
touch it
ever do that?" And then I thought, "Well," and then I think I started upgrading my, I go, "There might be something there." I'll try to figure it out,
because you're the
but
outside of the box thinker that would do that.
well, I didn't do what I was. I think what people are doing the invis
Yeah,
on the
that's what I'm doing.
dragon, but I like to pop that dragon down and I like to put the Skywagon behind him if I can
Mm,
because I don't need him to go fast. And then he'll
yeah,
just chain and I'll build up and he can and he tank. I like to use him a little bit like as a tank and stuff like that.
yeah. I'm
So I've it's kind of made it a little bit more versatile for me. Before I was just kind of using him as like a hammer, um, and whatnot. Yeah, it's I've been kind of digging it. I haven't been doing the invis. I'll use like a totem. Feel like with the
mm,
invis, he gets out of there so fast, or I can't control it.
it's it's hard. I only use one each time for him, and you have to put it really close to the building because I feel like he gets closer than the RC maybe. Like I'm still learning with it, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like I'm figuring it out. And then
That's
you
what I,
can't if you're
it's
doing
like
the
I missed
invis
him a
trick.
bunch.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he gets sidetracked way easier than the RC.
God.
Like, I feel like he sees the hero, like, further away than the RC sees the hero or something because he just, like, takes off chasing a hero. Or if you put him next to the CC, he just takes off after the CC. So, like, I'm learning,
He's great,
which
but you can't
corner.
rely on him.
Yeah, I'm figuring out, like, what corner do I want? Because I'm just using him to get rid of a corner to help with my bowlers to kinda direct them around the base. So I'm just taking out, like, almost a corner or a fourth of the base with him. And then I'm making sure, like, which hero am I gonna have to chase down? Am I not chasing down any, CC? You don't
Yeah.
have to worry about you don't have to worry about him dying that fast. That's the good thing. Like, you don't care if you're going into air bombs, you don't care if you're going into the Giga Bomb. You do pay attention to if he's going into a sweeper, because if he goes into the
Yeah.
sweeper and the sweeper
Gotta pay
pushes
attention.
him back out of your invis, you're screwed. So there is a little bit of stuff that you're like trying to figure out for sure.
So I saw that strategy, um, a couple like little clips, and my thought, because I've been missing and I just kept my same composition, I don't know if I get any more out of that than I would a free spell.
Mm. I feel like I'm with you have to time it with the fox. So I saw
Oh yeah, because you're putting the fox on him.
Shock did it with the jelly where it was just going after defenses, but he was
Don't
using dragons afterwards.
I
So I
failed
don't
to
know if
consider
that's
that.
if it's just
Okay, so
different.
I'm using the owl
Mm.
on him, so that would make sense why that wouldn't work very well for me.
And the fox is nice because like I don't remember if you remember the double single cycle thing with like the RC where you'd have to like count every time it hit
Yeah,
7 and 3. But
yeah.
now with the Duke, because he's so tanky, it's not like the RC. I just do every time it hits 6 on the clock. So
Oh, nice.
56, 46, 36, 26. And eventually Fox is going to die anywhere. You don't care. But like if the Fox dies, then you start having to count every 4 seconds. But then I
Okay.
have 2 revives and I have the heart on him. So he's really tanky. So he's going to take some damage after the invises and the fox die, and then he's gonna die, take out some stuff, and then I'm gonna revive him towards the back of my attack to help finish things off. But I've really liked it so far.
Have you tried more invis
I have
to do like a
6
longer walk, or is
a
it just
longer
too
walk.
slow?
I think it's too slow, and 6 is just what Applesauce was using, so I just tried it. Like I just copied his army from his link or whatever,
Oh, you're doing
and
6 invis?
6 invis. Yeah,
Oh, I thought you said 2. Okay.
no, 6 invis.
Okay.
So it's 6 invis, and it seems to work pretty well.
And
Like
you'll get like a whole
I'll get a pretty good chunk out because he's so
oh,
tanky.
I could experiment with that because I'm using the owl on him.
Hmm.
Now with the fangs, I wouldn't have to. Uh, and I don't get a super benefit out of him. I still don't feel like there's a great pet for him yet. Like there's not.
Right? Like nothing's like solid like all the other pets.
Yeah, like maybe they need an air pet that's like defensive or something. Maybe one that's not,
Yeah.
or like a healing pet for the air, like a.
Mm.
Well, I guess you could use
Like an air
unicorn.
unicorn
Yeah, yeah, flying
that's on the
unicorn.
ground. A flying unicorn.
Yeah, little Sebastian's sister. Um, I'm gonna try that, and then I'm gonna try the Super Bowlers. It's just I'm kind of
Yeah.
rolling with the same attack and trying them. I got my bunch of my troops upgraded. Uh, my spells. There was a lot of troops and spells in this update.
There was. I'm still trying to get the troops, and I'm like, I didn't realize the balloon thing till you just mentioned it. So now I'm like, crap. I think I have the balloons upgrading right now on one of my accounts. But I had a lot of darky, so I was just like, I'll get the dark elixir troops out of the way going first.
I think I ran into the book of building or book of spells, and I was looking
Mm,
last night, and I was like, "Oh no, I don't want to do dragons yet. I'm not going to use them."
yeah.
And I think so I'm like, what is anything in my army that I'm missing? And I was gonna do the headhunters, but I'm like, no, they're donated to me, and uh, for my war CCs or
Yeah.
whatnot, and so I don't have to worry about that. I'm not using them in my comp. And then I saw that, and I was like, oh, because I think I had my P.E.K.K.A under leveled for the siege machine, so
Mhm.
for a while, and I'm like, I don't know why it's not working as well as everybody else's. Uh, so, uh, what do you think about the new rework of the Legends season? I think that's probably the biggest item.
Yeah, it's kind of settled in, right? Like we talked about it last time of how I think we talked last time before it
Like,
happened.
I can't
Like
believe
as
they
like
would
a
ever do that.
preview. Yeah, like we were both like, how are you gonna do that to people, not letting people attack that much?
There must be something else.
So yeah, so like I've seen a lot of mixed reviews. I think Judo did a thing on it where he said in his comments even it was like 50-50. Like a lot of people are like, I'm happy I don't have to do 8 attacks a day, and the other half were like, I want my 8 attacks back a day. And House of Elites kind of has struggled because I don't think that many people pushed as hard as they should have to get into Legends ones, and now they're
Oh,
struggling to get into Legends one.
yeah.
That seems to be the biggest struggle, is that there's so many people trying to get in there that it's tough. I mean, the first month I tried really hard and I think I ended up like 8th in my league. Had a couple 1 stars that just really killed me. Last month I felt like I did try, but not as hard because I switched armies halfway through to air. And then this month, I started off with air, but didn't. I was struggling with it, so I just stopped attacking. Like I think I did 8 attacks one of the like second or third day of the season, and I didn't do any attacks until like yesterday. I knocked out a bunch more. I think I'm up to like 16 right now, out of my 30. So I need to do a lot tonight and tomorrow. But
Judo.
I'm not gonna make it. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it to Legends 1 again because I had another 1 star and my defense hasn't been great. Like your defense, I think Magic said it, like he killed it and he just didn't get in because his defense sucked. Like if you pick the wrong base, you're stuck with it for a whole week and you're just
Yeah.
taking a chance. Like we've had 3, that's not a month, sorry, I said a month earlier, it's a week. We've had 3 weeks now of you get to try your base out. If it doesn't work, try it again next week. Try it again next week. If that doesn't work, you got to try again next week. Like, and you're stuck with that base the whole week is the sucky thing. And it's taking your defense on that day. Like I accidentally put the logger on one of my bases
Oh,
on, and then for the week, and then I'm like, well, maybe it will. And I didn't. I had him under leveled. I think he was at like level 2. So then I'm like, well, crap, I need to get some good defenses, so I need to hurry and level them up. So I spent a bunch of books and medals and like hammers to get him maxed, and it doesn't affect your defenses
yeah.
because it doesn't reset until that next Monday. So I'm like,
You know,
oh,
that's
now I just wasted a bunch of resources to try to get it up, and it doesn't even help me out. Like, it's
talk
just
about
frustrating.
a money loss for Supercell
Yeah,
to
yeah,
deprioritize.
yeah. That's
Well, I'll
true.
just wait till next week,
I'll
you
just wait
know.
till Monday. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
it's
wait
good
till
enough for
Monday.
war because, you know, my
Yeah.
base is probably gonna get wrecked anyways.
Oh, war is just a complete shit show right now. Like, how many perfect wars do we have? And then I don't know if you saw the hit rates in CWL, like how high they were for Champs 1. It was a record high hit rate because everybody was actually trying to get up in the
To get up there.
Titans. Yeah. And like I saw screenshots on Twitter of like,
And newer levels on all the troops with the same,
oh yeah, like
you know,
Dragons
bullets.
was just, yeah, Dragons was absurd. But it was like 45, 45, 45, 45, 45 that they won 2 wars. And the other 5 wars they tied. And it's just like you're just hoping that the other clan doesn't tie you and makes one mistake out of 15. And it's like this is a mess. Like they have to do something about regular wars. And I know they're doing something with the higher clans when they get to Titan 3 and Titan 2 and Titan 1, but it's going to take 3 months to get there. And
You know,
even in our clan, like, I mean, we're no pros. We did really, really good in CWL though. Like we had
yeah.
3 45 wars, and
Yeah.
then we had 2 for sure. I think we ended up with 3 45 wars. Like,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
And I think we really performed well. Like
Yeah, we're
with
clicking like a well-oiled machine right now, but
in some wars their bases weren't, you know what I mean?
yeah, the
Like I
one
think we were in top shape for,
yeah,
but then
but it
again, like
shouldn't be
this
that
was,
easy.
we were stuck in, so okay, everybody is where they're at still, right? Like they didn't shuffle the decks. And
No,
we've been
everybody just
kind of
stayed.
in that zone of like Masters 2 champs, Masters whatever, one champs, and then
Masters 1 champs, yeah.
we go into it and then just blow through that first
Yeah.
thing. So even nothing has changed except for, it did seem weird, like some of the matchups in some ways, just like
Yeah.
that we weren't being super overpowered, but uh I I have no idea what they were thinking with this update. It is, to me, like they were singularly focused on one thing or something. And that's like the top 12,000 players
I think that
making
yeah.
it a good environment, like where
Mhm.
being in Legends feels good and is rewarding. And the amount of tax that the top players say that they can or can't do, like, it kinda seemed like to me like it was all oriented to those players, even though there's probably other things for players below, but
I
y
think you're completely right. I think it was heavily focused on the top 12K and all the complaining of how easy Legends was, and
yeah,
they wanted to make it harder for them, and it is. I mean, it's those Legends 1 modifiers are tough.
and I
Um,
think though that they got really I don't really criticize too much, but I think they got really insularly focused on that, and when the update dropped, to me, it was like W period T period F period period
yeah.
period. Because I could not understand why a game would reduce the amount of playable time for players. Uh,
Right, when you're trying to get your players to play more, now you're gonna tell them, "Nah, you don't get as many attacks a day."
yeah, like what are we making this for? Like for because to me, it's I look at it and I go, oh, okay, so now you could just come in once a week, do your attacks. If you're legend player, if you're doing your things, uh, once a week, you don't get demoted, all this other stuff. It's like you could barely play the game now. You've
Mhm.
taken, you've done the no wait, time. You've you've um now done your attacks anytime. And you can do it. You can just it's like making it easier not to play and
Yeah.
to either keep people, but then at the same time saying catch up. And I'm like, what? To the top 12. And the problem with the top 12, and I started to think about this, 12,000 or whatever, you're not talking about players. You're talking about accounts.
Mhm.
And then I started thinking about, I'm like, okay, so, and I have nothing against having multiple accounts in Legends. Okay. But I, I just, it kind of seemed to me like it was short sighted thinking because it's like they're saying for the top 12,000 players, but then wait a second, there's a lot of people with multiple accounts and their multiple accounts have their abilities, right? So But
Yeah.
how I was thinking about it at first was I was like, how are content creators being affected by this? And how, you're gonna have less playing time. And I'm like, well, I guess they have their regular attacks and then they have multiple counts in there. So I'm like, well, how many countries play it? And then how many content creators from each country might have two? And I start to go, well, you're starting to like dwindle it down to the number of players. Maybe,
Yeah.
I mean, not terribly, but I was like, it's just for me hard to like wrap my mind around it because what also I think they missed about this, they were insular in thinking about those players, those top players, and there's a lot of people who like kind of push through. Legend got really big. Well, no shit. People wanted to do their attacks,
Mm.
right? I don't know why that would even have to change unless you could progress through them like how we were. But there's a lot of people who just really wanna play. Um, and with the no wait update, with this uh once a week thing, I don't think they thought about clans and culture and clan engagement at all. Because, like when the donations were happening, you had a heartbeat, right? It was, you could only request these times of days, and you had a rhythm to the clan that other players in the clan had to come in and kind of plug in, and you kind of fit around that and who you could be with. And then when that went away, people kind of reorganized and and maybe not so drastic as like when war started or anything like that. And then we come to this with the attacks, and it was like our clan culture in a lot of ways is kind of built around our legends. People coming in and requesting, and in the evening, people are, you're doing your legends hits at this time usually or something, or I can kind of find when people are if I need to, all of that kind of stuff. And so I just I think they're not thinking about the heartbeat of the clan, and they're thinking of that top player, but they're also talking about the bottom players and saying, well, not enough time to, um, I don't know if people are like, if they're just trying to, get people through it or not, but I don't know what demographic they're playing to, like that just wants a little bit of a game. I mean, you can go to Fortnite and play all day if you want, right? And I guess so for me, like if you're Town Hall 18 and you get caught up, you don't really farm, right? You
No.
and other people can, or maybe you do for this and that, and you're just kind of. But I think for the majority of the people, the really engaged people, it is the competitive nature of it, and like I don't want to have to ration my attacks all week, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand why, I my mind's a little bit blown, to be honest, by the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, and you kinda see it a little bit just in I guess we had CWL, so, like, the rhythm was, kinda right there still, and then you we're kinda coming into it this week, I'm thinking, like, to that change where, like, I didn't really start feeling like a priority to do upgrades on my thing besides what I had, so
Yeah.
I would have spent definitely would have spent more money by now. I think I spent $2, but I would have normally probably
Spend some
like
more.
20.
I
And
know, like, out of my 3 accounts, the one that's not in Legends 1 is getting the least amount of care. Like, it's just taking the back burner and, like, I'll I'm hoping that I get back up there, but I'm not. Like you said, I'm not in every day trying to do my attacks. Like I waited 4 days before I even attacked on it. Like
Yeah.
it's just
I-
kind of like, well, I'll use what I can, like you said, with your resources, and I'll attack a little bit. Like on the star count thing with the event going on right now, it has way
Yeah.
less stars than the other two because I'm not caring.
Well, and so okay, I'm gonna come in and practice. How long till I practice? And these events are going on, right? So now I've got about half the attacks. All of a sudden I'm out of loot. I've got to go farm. And I don't mean to say it like that, but it's like they didn't account for the amount of loot in the attacks, where like I could just basically do my legends attacks and it was fun. Maybe somebody will probably come say they did or whatever, but it seems like, why would a video game company make a game that reduces competitive playing time instead of adding more? And, had they, maybe if they did this and then they put in like a easy friendly thing, but I don't know why they don't put in like tournaments then. If you could enroll in a 3-day tournament or a 2-day tournament, you pay 10 gems, like they have this mechanic in other games, or you just enroll, whatever. But there's just a big hole missing. And I think like Warpig mentioned this, and I know a couple other people, like we don't have time, we don't get the practice to get up there, except for if I hit my same base. And then I'll go find other.
Right. Yeah.
But it's just like I really feel
The FCs do something, but it's so little because you know what the base looks like. You've seen it before. Like it's nothing like hopping into the real world.
yeah.
And like I'm almost afraid to hop into the real world because you're afraid to fail because you almost need to go perfect to be able to get
Yeah.
back into Legends 1.
Yep.
And as soon
You
as you
miss-
make that mistake, you want to shut down your attacks for the day and just say, well, I'll try again tomorrow because I'm not going to keep.
Yeah.
Like I made my one mistake that I can make.
For the week. Or you
Mhm.
like on that first day or whatever, you're like, oh, I hit really sucky on this and this. Well, I'm not going to make it for the rest of the time. So,
Yeah.
and even like being in L2, I'm like, I'm probably just doomed here for ever with my 30 attacks a week, my 12 glorious minutes a day that I can go in and. So I'm not happy about it really at all.
Yeah. I think there was a lot of negative backlash. I know that I can see kind of both sides because with 3 accounts now, um, I mean, it is annoying that I can't go and do my 8 every day because it felt like something I was always trying to do.
Yeah.
But it also, like, I know the first few days of the update, and I wasn't in that one. I'm like, well, I don't have enough time for all 8 on all 3 accounts, so I'm gonna do my 8 on my other 2 accounts that are in Legends 1, and then I'll get maybe 4 in, or 3 in, or 2. Like, if I can get more, I can get more, but I can ration them out a little bit better. And
Yeah.
it has been kind of nice, like these last few weeks of school have just been so crazy that I'm not able to get on as much. And I've been able to that's why I haven't attacked so much this week on that account, is because I just don't have the time. But I think if I was in Legends 1, I'd be like, well, I have to find the time or else I'm going to drop out of Legends 1. And I would, you know,
Well,
like I said, they're just taking away our attacking. Like they're making you play the game less for sure.
and I think this last month, there's some like, there's a lot of stuff going on in real life that just kind of hit me, kind of hard and stuff. And like, and then when you're stressed out and things are like kind of crazy, I think the one thing that they really missed is that I think what Clash has become for a lot of people, and maybe was never the intention. You know, I think it was, but you know, like the significance of it is like, um, is it becomes part of your day, in your life, in your routine, and I think, and having that routine and that, you know, comfort kind of, you can find comfort in routines and things, right? Some people have a really hard time with it, but you kind of carve out or do whatever. And when a big change like this happens and disrupts people's routines, it's a easy way for people to put down the game because a big upset is coming.
Oh, yeah.
You know, some routine changing thing. And I think that's kind of been happening like over the last year. And I don't think that they have paid attention to that aspect where it is, you know, when the world is crazy outside, Clash is the same or it's supposed to be, you know, predictable, or, you know, it links into your life and your clan life and things like that. And so I just think like the game becomes other aspects too. And so so when clan culture changes, or like all of those things play out in different ways. So I kind of think like they'll probably see it if they're not in a couple weeks, you know, or I don't know. I kind of thought it was weird that the black or the was a Black Samurai one
Mhm.
time only thing popped up. But did you see that today?
Yeah, I think that's a little money grab, trying to grab people's attention because it's never gonna come back kind of thing. But I don't
Yeah.
love how they just recycled a couple of these. Like the free king one that we're getting in the skeleton thing is just the same skeleton king from before. They just enhanced him a little bit. And the samurai is very similar to another samurai that we had
Yeah.
available for purchase earlier, but this one is just an all black samurai. So it's just a little bit different enough for some people that are like, "Ooh, that really catches my eye. I'm gonna buy it." But
Well, it says one time only.
and it says one time only, so you're afraid that it's never, you're never gonna get it. But then to the other people that already have it, they're like, "Well, I'm not gonna buy another one to make it look the exact same,"
Yeah.
kind of thing. Is the way I see it.
And I looked at it and I thought, well, it's not really part of this theme.
Mhm.
And I thought, would this was this the plan before the update dropped? You know what I'm saying? Like, because like I said, it doesn't create that um priority to do the upgrades, and so I'll just wait, I guess, through, you know, the CWL week or whatnot.
Mhm.
I don't know. I really think they should fix it. I think they should just go back to the 8 attacks a day for sure. And I don't see why they can't promote, you know, throughout the, you know, maybe at the end of every week or whatever. Um, but then, yeah, definitely we need more opportunities to do our attacks because, yeah, it's just it's kind. I don't know. I don't know what to. I don't know what to think. I probably won't. I'm not going to use my other accounts, but and I kind of feel like that might be the case too with if you started now, right? If you started Clash and you were starting to progress, would you like only having 18 attacks a week or less? Would that
If
have
you
kept you?
think back to if you think to back how to like the game was before they changed leagues. There was Legends League and then there was non-Legends League. Like
Yeah.
if I just turn back the clock, I remember I don't know if it was last year or a couple years ago, however long the timeline was, me trying to explain to you why I like Legends.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay.
I remember it pretty vividly. Like, hey Scotty, this is why I like Legends. You get 8 attacks a day. There's enough loot that you don't have to make any other attacks. I don't have to reset my base every time it's been attacked, which I really miss that part. I hate these stupid skeletons and gem bosses and death bases in my way, and I can't share my base or edit my base or change my base because I have to find the stupid skeleton somewhere on the base.
No,
There's too much going on.
it's 2026. We can get that
Like,
feature, right?
just change that back. Like,
Yeah.
just make everybody
I have
not
to
have
do
to worry about
remove
that.
all the time.
Yes.
It's
That's
fine.
the dumbest feature. But like, and it's competitive. Like, it makes me a better person. So, or a better
And I was
player.
like, no way. I want to do attacks all day long.
Yeah, and you're like, no, I want to do more than 8 attacks. And so then they changed the way it was, right? Now they
Yeah.
broke it into leagues. They have all these different leagues, but they have modifiers. But everybody, the Legends base was so big. Like, it's such a big group of players. And there's so many people in it because there was no limit of kicking you out except for this 4,900 trophy threshold, which was very easy to stay above.
Oh, why not do
Unless
it to 5,100?
And it was for a whole month. And you just had to like make sure even the last week of the month that you attacked. And that was the old legend style, right? Now
should do
they
it weekly.
changed it. Yeah, so then they changed it to, this other tiered leagues, and it just, I don't know. It's different. The game's ever evolving. It's something that I think, even if we complain about quite a bit, unfortunately, is gonna be stuck for a while because they're gonna run its course. And it's gonna be the way it is for a
Run on
while.
samurais.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how long, but I think for a while. And it's unfortunate, but it is
You know,
what
I
it
don't
is.
know
I
if
mean,
it's just even an option. Like I said, like, if it's like this, it would be fine if there was, maybe it'd be fine if there were opportunities to compete. I just feel like when you get to Town Hall 17, 18, especially, uh, if you want people to want to get somewhere, to rush to get somewhere, it should be somewhere that people can enjoy it. Like, you could just do those, keep the trophies going up, but just progress through the leagues, right? Like, it just gets harder the farther up you go.
yeah.
I don't know, it just, maybe there's something else coming. May I don't know. But it was just really, I don't know. Because yeah, because you think back to the old days of, like, "Oh, you didn't log off, you had to do this, you had to," and people played it because it's tough, and they could play it in a lot of different ways, but they could play it. I just think, like, keeping it more to that core, like, you're not gonna grab every person, right? But you wanna have a great player base, people that like that competition, right? You don't make chess easier,
No.
and it's still chess because it didn't
Yeah.
get watched out,
And
but
everybody still comes to play it.
yeah. And it's just because I love the game that I'm a little upset by it, but I do love the air wagon. That would be, and now I'm digging the fangs. So I think that doesn't offset it at all, but would be nice to be able to do that, FCing other clans. Where you could join a league or whatever, or just while you're in wars, like on a nightly basis or, every other day or something to be able to do that without leaving and things like that.
Yeah, it's just mentioned on his videos that it would be nice to have, um, so you have your battle mode, and then instead of like your farming mode, or maybe it was farming mode, but he wants it to be farming mode with modifiers against bases that are in the same league as you,
Yeah.
so that you can still get your loot, but you are not having to like not dumb down your attack, but not have
No,
to hit such an easy attack because it's so much
Yeah.
easier without the modifiers. And then they're throwing in like 50 witches or 50 dragons, and it just makes it like the farming is ridiculously easy.
I don't really go into. I don't even use my CC when I do that. I think that would be
Yeah,
a really a nice thing to be able to do is just to be able to. It's just the practice. You know,
Mhm.
if you had the practice, or if you did it, like if you're in, they have the pool of the legend bases, right? Could you
Yeah,
do?
like it's just
Uh,
in a pool, you just throw everybody in that pool, and that's now your battle modifier, your whatever your unranked mode hits too. Like those are the
yeah,
people you can go hit. But there's also been a lot of problems when they do those big, huge dragon events and things like that because it's like overpopulating the game, I think, or like breaking the game. Like when they did that golden dragon thing, everybody kept crashing out when you'd hit next. The game would
oh,
crash.
really?
If you went to go hit next, the game would crash because there's too many people trying to do
Dragon attacks.
dragon attacks with 50 dragons or whatever. Now, and the same thing I think was just happening with the super witches.
I wonder too if there was like if you add more troops on the base, the processing of it,
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
too, like,
It's like overloading it.
yeah. Well, we haven't heard anything about Worlds yet.
No, they said that it's coming, but they haven't said anything
Yeah.
yet.
So I'm thinking about like what's next. What's
Yeah.
because I'm looking forward to that. I hope they do that. I'm sure with like with the changes. Didn't we hear that there might be a second CWL this month?
They said in an upcoming month. They didn't mention which
Oh,
month.
okay. Okay,
So
okay.
that was another thing that like the content creators were like, whoa, that's a surprise. We didn't even know anything about this. And they kind of snuck that in on us. Um, that there will be in an upcoming month an extra CWL to help with the economy of CWL medals because this is another thing that I think they did wrong. They changed all of our medal awards to less amounts to make the new Titan leagues what Champs 1, Champs 2, Champs 3 used to be. So they moved all the rewards down the ladder before anyone can even get to those new rewards.
Oh. So we're
So
getting
nobody
less.
can we're getting less medals. We're getting what we used to probably get in Masters medals. Now, why in the world wouldn't you can make these new leagues and let people get into these new leagues and then 2 months later change the awards.
Yeah.
Nobody could even get the Titan 3 rewards last month. So why make them more? And only a certain amount of people are going to be able to get Titan 3 awards this month and Titan 2 next month. Like you could have waited 3 months to change
Yeah.
the CWL. That way it gave everybody 3 months to be able to get the Titan 1, then change
Max.
the awards. Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Why
They
are you
kind of run into
screwing
that
us on our
problem.
medals?
They really have to think like in months, which is really kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
having to think about like the newer clans, like how long it'll take to get to like the top. Uh that's pretty wild. It'll be interesting to see how that changes things up in CWLs. I think like people talked about maybe how stagnant it was getting. So at least there'll be
Mhm.
something
Oh, yeah, Champs 1, like, was boring and nobody was wanting to do it because there was nowhere to go. It was just stuck, right?
just like be perfect and that's it. Right.
Yeah, and you can't do anything even if you get perfect. So everybody was just like, "Whatever," trying all these weird armies and just having fun with it, and now that there's more leagues to go to, I think they're actually trying.
I do like the modifiers. I mean, I think like I like playing on 2 and 1. I've been hitting on 1 because I'm like if I can do it on one, I should be able to do it on two. It's stuff like I think that was like a kind of a fun add in. Have you tried the new esports?
I haven't really played with it now.
Yeah, I wonder if I suppose that's what Worlds would be in, but yeah, so I'm still on my Yetis, and I'm gonna do a proper Fang block. But I still like him, like the Fangs. No matter.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I still haven't got it on the one account because I haven't upgraded the. It's 4 days away now on Minion Mike, but so on that account, I'm still spamming dragons. Unfortunately,
I thought about it. I was thinking about it. But then I'm in the midst of, and then it's like at night, all of a sudden it's working, and then the morning comes and it doesn't anymore. So then I start
Yeah.
thinking about dragons. But I wonder though, if it's all air right now, that kind of if the bases shift, that should open up some things. I'd imagine. If everybody's switching to
Yeah.
air bombs and
yeah, that's what I've noticed. Everybody's switching to air bombs, and that's why I think super bowlers are good in a lot of bases because that lava launcher's gone. So I wonder if Supercell. I mean, I don't even know how long's left on this crafted defense. Probably way too long. They're gonna their next version, do 2 air focused ones and only 1 ground to try to kind of drive the player base back to ground, kind of where it's kind of mixed.
yeah, that's
I
good.
just wish they could figure out, like, can we just make to where there's more than one option every time? It just seems like there's only one viable option and everybody don't uses it. Like, can we make it so that these are actually useful?
Yeah, or if they, kind of wonder too if it's things they
The air,
introduce later on
yeah,
that one makes the other.
the air
Um,
bomb thing is being used because lava launcher doesn't even touch air, but then it's so slow that it doesn't really help you out that much against air.
Yeah.
It's just maybe
I'm not
hitting
really
a few
afraid of it.
things where the lava launcher isn't hitting anything, so people are
Yeah.
using it. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
I gotta pay more
I think
attention.
this was a swing and a miss on the seasonal defenses.
That lava launcher is pretty nasty though from on the ground.
It's nasty against ground, but
Yeah.
who's using ground
Me.
right? I mean, I am
Me.
right now, so not
Me.
me and you, but
Just-
everybody else. Keep using air. Keep using air and switch to those air bombs. Everybody else.
Hanging out, wondering why my tats aren't working.
I'm about
I
ready
did
to
have a
get
question.
kicked out of Legends 1 because I'm
Are-
not on the air wagon anymore.
Are you on? Do you? Sorry. Are you? Do you bring a apprentice warden on your Super Bowler?
Yes.
That's like that.
Because I have the Eternal Tome and the Torch to get him over the walls.
Okay. You should try that too.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we should probably wrap up. You got to get going.
Yeah.
Shout outs.
Huge shout out to all 3 House of L clans during CWL.
Hell
We
yeah.
we all took first place. I think we all went 7-0.
Nice.
I have to double check that fact, but I'm almost sure that we all went 7-0 and won every single war. So that was
amazing.
pretty damn cool to see. The
Nice work,
lineups
General.
work and the rosters worked out and everybody just crushed it. So that was super cool. Shout out to, I think we had 18 people go perfect during CWL on our
Wow.
spreadsheet here.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's just too many to name off. Everybody did a great job. We were
We
doing
have
so good in
problems sitting people.
that's
Like-
I mean, I was just going to mention that it's a pretty bad problem when you go perfect 3 wars in a row, but you're like, who we sit? Can we-
Yeah.
We had to make
I
a
liked your
volunteer
wheel.
spinny wheel.
Yeah,
A
that's a good
volunteer
idea.
spinny wheel. You're next to sit because
I
the
think that's
wheel
a
said
really
so.
good way to do it.
Yeah. I think that's I mean, I'd like to look into maybe just going 16 or 17 in the next one and try to go 3 plans instead of 2. But we'll
Yeah,
see where we're sitting number wise towards the end of the month and see what it looks like.
yeah, things shift around a lot, or like somebody's not using accounts, or
Yeah,
like
like I know
we
this month Tyler's gonna be gone, so we're lose 2 accounts there. And
like Warthog was out last
yeah,
month, and
Warhog
a
was
couple
out. That was
people.
4 accounts last month for him. So
Yeah, it's always like you look at the numbers and you go, well, we got this many, but it's always like was kind of waiting
gets
for the
adjusted quickly.
confirmations come in and stuff, and
Yeah.
shout out to Chewy for L2 and X as well, and Warpig. So an awesome job in CWL. It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Shout out to sorry, did you have more shout outs?
I was just looking
your
for
shout
one
outs?
more. I was gonna see who bombs.
Yeah.
Bombs for make it into Legends 1.
Yeah, I've been facing his bases that night. That's awesome.
So that was cool.
I should have asked what he had to go. Like, did he have all 3 stars?
I know, like he should have posted a screenshot of like his attack log and his defense log. We should all got his base from him.
Yeah. The one hex game. Really won.
Did it? It did not work really well for me.
I was like, was 54, and everybody else had like 10 attacks, and I had like 0 or something at that point, or 3.
Really?
Yeah, so I was like, wow, that does make a huge difference. Just
It's just who you get up against and who can hit that base, and if they make that mistake, I guess. It's just the group that you get put in with out of the 100 people in your group, which 30 hit your base.
oh yeah, I suppose.
It's just
Yeah.
it's all luck. It's
Yeah.
just complete luck.
I
Lucky
suppose,
league
yeah. They must go down
at a
like the
legend league.
list. Yeah.
It's all
Definitely.
coded before you even do it. It's coded and who's gonna hit you and who you're gonna hit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All preset.
Huh. Yeah, I'll have to work on figuring out the defensive reset's really short, it seemed like. I guess
It
maybe
is,
I
you
can
You
do
gotta
it now, but
plan Sunday night to make sure that you have your base ready for Monday when you sign up for your league.
yeah. I think I did them both on time. I think I ran the second week I ran the same base, and then the one I switched up, I was like, "Oh, good thing I caught it." But I think I uploaded a base, and it was able to be used within less than 24 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I'll have to double check on that. Other
Maybe
shout
because
out?
it's a week-long thing. It's not like Legend League where you have to have it the night before.
Yeah,
Since it's a
something.
week-long thing, you don't have the 24-hour buffer. That would make
It was
sense,
gonna be, I
actually.
think, like a 3-hour difference, so I don't know if that had any difference.
Yeah. You can actually, in Legends 1 now, choose your next base that you want, even though it's under the 24 timer. Like before, where it wouldn't even let you choose. But it
Okay.
says it won't be used for another day. Like you can choose it, but it tells you it won't be able to be used for another
Yeah.
day.
So now I could probably start looking for a base, but then you know what? There wasn't the fangs. That's kind of the big thing, right? Like halfway through the week, a strategy comes out that people start using, just wreck your base.
Yeah.
I'll shout out again the Houses of L. Shout out to all the content creators out there. Smitty's doing some awesome things. Fun to watch him. I check him out on TikTok. Pops up and see some really cool strategies. And life's slowing down, so we'll be back weekly. This time for real.
School's
Other
out
than
for summer for Scotty, so
Yep.
he's back to the grind.
Living the
Legends
life.
1, here he comes.
Yeah. I'll figure something out. I'll get myself back somewhere. Hopefully they just change
Watch
it.
out for all those FCs. He has nothing else to do now.
Yeah. Have you noticed? Like coming like I just don't even
House
feel
of
bad.
Scotty FCs.
It's just like, whoa, quiet in here, except for Scotty. Other than that, I'll catch up on shout outs and things next week, and keep it clashy, everybody.
Keep it.
Oh, get
classy.
a hold of us at clashclanspodcast@gmail.com or clashclanspodcast.com. Until next time, keep it clashy, everybody.
Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.